Hi, everybody. What are you doing that your future self is going to thank you for? So, if you're like me, you can look back over your life and you can see where you've had tons of regrets, right? There's things that you wish you would have done. I see things in my life where if I had just done a little bit every single day, my life would be completely different. But let this be a lesson for you. If you are living with some regrets, or you see the benefit of if you had done things just a little bit different, if you had just made some small changes, if you had done just things just slightly different every day, how your life will be different. If you are looking back and you know that you want a different life than what you have right now, you're looking back at the things that have happened in the past, what I want you to be thinking about is, what do I need to do now so my future self will thank me? What do I need to do now to make my life better in the future? And so oftentimes we don't think about it. We don't think about it enough, and we don't take enough action. And so I'm asking you now to think about, I think that looking at the past is good, right? We can reflect and see, okay, what went well, what didn't go so well. And then we can say, okay, I was planning to do these things, right? I've been talking about this for 2 years and I haven't made one step. So if you start looking at it like, okay, I've been putting this off for 2 years. I know if I do this, my life will change. I know if I do this, it may not work the first time, but I can just keep trying and keep making changes, and I can look and see what's working, what's not working, and make some tweaks. But when you look back at your life and you see how, if you had done things differently, your life would be different. Your life would be better, right? And now you know that if you just make some changes, even small changes, your life will be different in the future. Your life will be better. And so that you don't continue to live with regret. And I'm talking to myself here, right? I'm thinking to myself, okay, if I want my life to be better, if I want things to be different, there's some things that I need to do. There are some changes I need to make. And it doesn't have to be, I don't have to make astronomical changes, right? Because I can set myself up for disappointment because I'll, be burnt out. But there's some things I can do, right? There's some little things that I can do. There's some little changes I can make every day. So my life will be different. My life will be better in the future. And so I invite you to think about that for yourself as well. What are some things you've been putting off, or what are some things you could just make it easy for yourself? Just some small things you can do daily that will, really compound and make for a better life. And so I think this is so important because a lot of us have a lot of regret. A lot of us see that we didn't do the things that we said we were going to do, right? We've been talking about the same dream for a long time and we haven't made any progress. But if we just start doing some things, some small things, we can really see in a year how those small things really add up. So I'm inviting you to just think about doing that for yourself in the future and see how your life is going to change. The one thing I know for sure is if you don't do anything, your life is going to stay the same. And so you have to start doing some things differently. And of course, it doesn't always work 100%, right? It doesn't guarantee you 100% success, but it does guarantee that you will have some feedback. You'll know some things will work, some things won't work, but you will see some changes. You can start tweaking things and you can, get to where you want to be. But one thing is if you don't do anything different, you're not going to get anything different. Only thing that things can do is go down. They can get worse. So just make some changes, make some small changes, do some things that you need to do. Stop putting it off. Don't let another year go by where you're not doing what you need to do. And even though it's already February, it doesn't matter. Just make the changes, do the things so that you can see some results by the end of the year.